Man in the wilderness, no long talking. Yeah, man. Do less talking. Anytime you hear me talk, I'll be a fire me ablaze, you know. Let's answer in a phone. Be a fire me ablaze. Foolish this way about that street. We are no boy and a friend. Yeah, man. Arms house. All right, so hear this now. But they are well tired up and all kind of things and, you know, do a million things one time. I don't know my style, right? And then one of my brethren from, in a Portland send me something and say, if me see this guy, this now have no sense, this dummy. Yeah, this politically aligned puppet, when named Steve Mcgregor. This guy with the dung a mobile, where everybody a film name lock. Yeah, then me see them put him a horse assistant commissioner now. I talk some horse said foolishness. I'm gonna show them say horse said foolishness matter. You see, Jamaica cannot run the way this guy. All him do him go around and make some trick. Him do it down him do it at east. If you run him with it, I tell you them if them not come and meet. Them know how him stay and wow. Say, and when me talk, them say him go keep meeting right. I say a lie. Never lie. I remember say everybody, you know, remember I pay family and everything live by easy, you know. So and like one somebody I tell you this 2 and 3 with hearing, go around with around 7 car. Inspector talked to me at Rockford Station. I said, no, Mr. Ronson, no, him never say that. She did the other meeting, but she never did it when him drive around there. My idiot, say a lie. This guy, and he's a puppet. We just step up. And then, by the way, the foolishness we talk about right now, people. Let me show you, say, them guy now have no sense they're supposed to in the police force. This is where I mash up Jamaica. Steve Mcgregor, you should have go home. You want different leadership now, and them where them draw up in a position, may I say the whole of them to send home. In the interest of the public. When if you run them file, the whole of them up at top, them for go home. Him now have no sense. Everybody will know about him to come out and come chat. Him now have no sense. Yeah? Let me show you how stupid this is. I'm going to break it down for you. I say, I want to come chat right now, because I have so much thing I deal with. But, you know, when I see it, I read it. I say, Jungle, I have to come out, man, and come blaze a fire upon it, man. Because it now have no sense. Let me show you so this is stupidness when I talk. Remember, you know, it cause more harm than good. You might have feel so good in my talk, but in my talk a bag of shit in a third world country. Let me play it. Watch this. Watch this. Some things, you know, we just do one things first and one bag of things, you know, then things I have to work out and, you know, well tired, well mash up. But, you know, somebody just send me this and me have to do something about this. Yeah? To this guy here. This guy here, where he so a be a bullshit him talk. Where him name was Steve Mcgregor. I don't know why why them give him assistant commissioner of police. Yeah? This is the foolishness. But hear this now. St. Andrews South Police warn parents who are not sending their children to school that they will be targeted for arrest. Alright, so let me stop it before me start read it. You see the problem with that, people? We know you must see the problem with this. Okay. You have some people, I can't burn pen in the day attack. In the ghetto, them now have no kid for send to school. Me know you know. See more than one time in the paper. Even the woman was born at 60 bag of coal in a St. Elizabeth. She said she have 9 kids. She don't have the money for send them. Nobody knows see her, you know, she alone because each time a man say, you know that woman there, each time a man say this him get one and him gone. Okay. 9. The state not really business with you. The state not business with you. Even that country where the state business with you, them not take you come lock you up. If kids now go school, them want to know what happened at the house. And if the parents you get help for one parent, them give the parents help. Them not quick to come lock you up. That's when you abuse the child, then the state take the child. And then if you forget. You understand? But him now have the powers but for lock up nobody. Who's judge him or carry out front? Are the parents them front? You know what it cause? It cause more chaos. And you know why it cause more chaos? Let me tell you. Can you imagine now? You just can lock up the parents, but I one parent and them live with them parents. So you lock up 200 parents and a woman. Them have 4 and 5 picnic. The state can take care of them because you going to lock up the parents. But you not have no power for do neither, you know. Yeah. You just lock up the parents and put them in a jail. And then leave the picnic them way. You know, it coming like the car seat, the worse than the car seat. This have sense? Him don't have no sense. This a garbage. I'm gonna make you hear me say it out of mouth, you know, can't say the one them never say it, you know. But you see what them do? Them just you put them in some police clothes. Them not have no sense. And them just come and chat a bag of bullshit. And then, you know, when you're going to get up people listen you not look on the effect. When you're talking to them, you can't situate yourself. You don't understand me straight, don't it? You can't situate. So when you just talk, it's a bag of bullshit, Steve Mcgregor. McGregor, you are the one we go down in a mob here where everybody chat about you, me a chat too. You are the mix-up one. We turn puppet and them turn in assistant commissioner of police. You're full of shit. You're full of fucking shit. This is what happened with Jamaica. You understand when we just break it down to now? Okay. So you have 200 parents, 200 mothers. 3 youth, 4, 5, them can't send no picnic go to school. What do you think the government will do? Try going there and assist and know why they're not going to school and help. You can't threaten them with lockup. So if them are kids, peer kids there, peer children, and you go and take away that adult when I have nothing already can feed themselves, who are going to feed the people them, who look about them and what have you, him. So you have to just take the mother, most of the time a single mother, and go lock them up in our cell. Who give that the power? You're full of fucking shit. If you just go, man, hey, them look a piece of shit. Hey, at times when you run them, we're stealing the people. When you forget real, you know, no one real policing. Them are overstep them fucking bound. Them things that dictatorship. It will stop. You see, so them not have no sense? Eh? Apps. Him sound like him have any sense? Listen what the guy has say and tell me if this piece of shit have sense. Yeah? This is not police neither. Listen. This here. Who said that? Most this. Pure garbage come out of him out. I break it down and show you why you're garbage. Okay? See there? St. John the South Police warn parents who are not sending their children to school that they will be targeted for arrest. You can't arrest gunman. You can't arrest politician. You can't arrest somebody from SSL or no for too much billion. But you want to target poor people and then make the kids them even worse off. This is what the government do the other day with the seatbelt in the people. They can't see it. You know what how them have to reverse it? Because them have some damn jackasses. And the joke me I make. Them not have no idea, them not have no clue. This is no police. McGregor get a piece of shit. You could have an idea and come out like this and come talk about a shit in a third world country. When you look people hungry like dog. Like a dog. You know my thing when I'm hungry like a dog. You know, I do too much thing hungry like a dog, you know. You have to get some food for it, you know. You understand? But when them come out and chat a garbage, can you imagine? Me them not talk 100 and 200. They'll say even 50 or 20. And you catch them, don't go lock them up. Because when you lock them up, you have to carry them in front of judge, you know. You waste judge time. You waste court time. Yeah? Everything where you do, it a backfire. Plus, if you lock up the parents, you have to take the kids them. Where you gonna put them? You know, see when I talk a bag of bullshit, man. Eh? Them only cause a bigger problem. Because a lot of rapers, your child molesters, in the government system will keep you little picking them. No freaking girl and put belly and all kind of things. The man them look about them a rape them. No for them. You know, I put them a beer fire where I burn, you know. We're not happy with them. Beer fire where I burn. See? This now have no sense. Eh? You understand? Let's go and listen this. Listen this. The Education Ministry through several initiatives has been trying to get all children into formal school system. All children, although you don't have the money, you're not working. With the state now look about them. So you have to say, I'm lock you up. If them not go to school, I'm lock you up. You don't have the clothes, you don't have the money, you don't have the food to feed them. So them for just go to school. Eh? The government or the police, them want to chat, them just come out and just chat. Everything, you know, is a heavy and the tactic. You don't have the place to hold people for all criminal, you know. But they might take you as a parent now. Where you not have nothing. And they might threaten you about lockup. You know, see this, oh, this will be assistant commissioner of police. Eh? You expect him to go in and get to answer this to me. We know not of them now go pay. So what we're going to do, we're going to try reach to some of the agencies and appeal to them that them can come, and when they can get somewhere for talk, I'm come back and do one more them meet here, and then when they can get some assistance that the kids them can go school, because when them go school, it better off for the country, it better off for the whole of us. Yeah, him not do that. Yeah, threaten them about get out of jail to your favorite drunk or you dirty thinking McGregor. You piece of shit, yo. You understand? Them are not police, you know. This is not police. This is name calling a matter of fact, call East Kingston and call other places. This is not police. Me not ask, you know. Make them be about them stand up and either ear walk one. They think come got some other people, you know. This is not police. And this happened to Jamaica, that's why it can't better. Them shit happen to Jamaica where it can't better. Yeah? This, it needs to drench out. People have to get serious. Listen. We want to listen to their own words. Yeah? Listen. Our effort which intensify after the pandemic. Speaking at a police community meeting in Cockburn Pen at the weekend, Assistant Commissioner, ASS Commissioner, Steve Mcgregor, said too many children in that area are not attending school. Yeah. So you plan to lock up all the parents for these children. Too many. And a one. Too many. So you have a problem there. And in another ghetto. So you just say, send them to school. Send them to school for hungry belly. Send them to school without no shoes. Just send them to school. Them have no car key and have no money for bite. Send them to school. How many are dead for hungry? Send them to school. Oh, them go school. You don't have no lunch money. You don't have the bus fare. Send them to school. You know, sister, you're a piece of shit. And then threaten people with jail time. You can lock up people. You think a state of emergency and some you're a piece of fucking shit. And uno mash up Jamaica. People be telling us straight now. I'm tired of them still, you know. Tired of them. I get up people when they rise up, you know. When they talk on the mind. When they have number one, this couldn't meet with this and they chat them thing. Now tell them, say, hey, stop chatting about shit. You don't have no sense. Because this not sensible. You understand? Hear this. Him took up something bigger than him, you know. Arrested now, you know. Hear this now. ACP. McGregor, when him turn an ass, when him turn ACP. And ACP, ASS. Yeah? Yes. Yeah? Assistant. ACP, McGregor. One, guilty parent. They could be prosecuted. He encouraged them to use the source available to assist before it's too late. Check that, you know, before it's too late. Yeah. That, you know. He also urged residents to refrain from intervening in operation conducted by the police. But that me tell you the thing I talk about. You tell residents, you tell the police to be manageable when they go in out here. No resident now just intervene with them police. Remember, you know, you're a man. And if somebody, police come for your picnic, you're going to want to know why. They might come decently and they might talk to you because you have to talk to you. You know, just come papa people do and just go in the pandemic. You come with a search warrant, come with a search warrant. You know, come in a balaclava and hide the look of dirty thinking matter eye and your nasty face. And hide the badge number and box man. And then you come at our body with police. We're not going like it's a dictatorship in our road. Hey, they say, Uno, figure out the egg. Uno is a piece of shit. We know no politically aligned. Why you think me want to know so we're a piece of shit? I remember I want to mix up to you know. Remember I want to mix up. Straight mix up. Una you are McGregor and a police. Him and a police. Do one of the remember you know I talk to police and I talk to you. Enough of them talk to me straight. When him down there so. Yeah, him and a police. East Kingston me talk to you. Some things like McGregor you should have go retire, you know. Because you're not police. Yeah, you ain't a police. Yeah? All right. Want to play this. ASP McGregor said the officers should be allowed to do their job without interference. You know, the officers be allowed to do their job without interference. But I make him talk, I want to hear it, you know. Can I play it? Yeah? Let me play where I say he suggests, however, that if community members have an issue with the officer, they should... That you shouldn't tell them if you're allowed to do them job. Because if they do them job right, nobody never have an issue with them. Just come and deal with people on a nice level. But you don't come with that thing that we are back some people like when they must start doing everything, then people are gonna have a problem. I mean, you not just that and arrest the man, them were back some the youth them from the other day. It's too bad. It's too bad. You see me I say? Instead of them talk about social workers, right? And visit and want to know the broken home and what them can do and facilitate the parents that the kids them can go to school. You might threaten them about jail card and all kind of things. Yeah. Note the badge number and make report. Don't tell them that. Yeah, I'm not for no badge number. When the man them have badge number, I make report. I be a shit him attack to you, I tell you people. McGregor for just go to man. Him and a police. Me I tell you no straight. Him and a police. Yeah. That if officer do wrong, don't tell them people them foolishness. Them can make citizen arrest to their own business. But you know the badge number and what have you. Me not see my brethren glee from up here and go on there and I know nobody else show him the badge number. But them disrespect him. Alright, me go play this and then we're gonna tell you now the foolishness with the garbage where Steve Mcgregor attack. Hear this.
We know that there are a lot of children here in Cockburn who are not going to school. You know that. We know, that the due diligence has been done. And
so I'm saying we know that a lot of children here. When you hear this, you don't talk to people, no? And you not talk to nobody from SSL. When you oligarchs sit and charging people if you get real. Them are not policing. Police are serve, serve and protect and reassure. Serve. When you go to a restaurant, what the people them do? Come back there and say, you gotta lock you up because you know eat the food or them come and ask, sir, and what you want and think them serve and you tip them and you do something, don't it? You know, serve when them say serve, you know what is serve, right? It never say dictates. It says serve, protect, and reassure. So serve supposed to mean serve. It's not supposed to mean dictates. But in a Jamaican context, serve mean dictates, dictators. Seem like how the prime minister, the chief servant of the country. But them dictates. And we are said to stop. No joking with them. Yeah, when I say yes, I want to tell you, say I'm back of foolishness. Yeah.
Citizens are talking, and guess what? We're going to arrest the parents who are not allowing the kids to go. And it is not a joke. We're serious. Because you owe them that obligation to get them into the schools. Miss Walters is there, so one of your get out of jail cards is to link with Miss Walters and her team. So you might tell Miss Walters is there, and one of you might threaten one of your get out of jail card as a mom. You have a little teenage daughter. That's about best woman in trouble. Can you imagine McGregor come and the police them come lock you up and leave the daughter, then man start rape them and think, who you blame? And I don't government, can you blame him every rape? You look up at them. So I'm going to take with the parents from the house now are broken already and lock them up because they're not staying in school underage. Tell me if it makes sense to you people. This, hey, I'm for the assistant commissioner of police. You know, they have a better job. You don't really go in and get to go talk to people like this. This makes sense to you. No, on the right, no man can read this piece of shit. I can read it. We tell us them up on the JCF up there, so them don't have no sense. No, tell me now. This makes sense to you. If you have a home and you have some kids when I have not already, some children there, yeah, I might have most of the time a single parent, right? Can't find food, can't go to school, and then you take them out there, so yeah, and then poor thing them not know better. Just listen when you listen them, you know them not know better. Them don't know. That's why them manipulate these poor little ghetto people brain. See? And chat a bag of shit. So we have to make them know even what they be. Yes, arrest. You know, so them stay. So when them say him them put on a khaki, put on something and go there, McGregor, you're full of fucking shit. You go, remember you make your name a mobile, no? Me not ask you. Yeah? You make your name a mobile. You piece of fucking shit, you're not police. You ain't a police. You're just a clump of shit. You don't have no sense neither. Be a garbage you do. You're not a police. Yeah? But you're threatening them, you know a lot of kids there. Down there. And you a lot of children now go to school. Every one of them to go to school. And you arrest the parents. They get out of jail card free now, figure talk too. You don't threaten people. This get out of jail and threaten every citizen with this jail thing. This more sound like a dictator
state around. Eh? And them same one. Thank you, David. Them same one. No, but it makes sense to you when they start. We attack straight and loud to McGregor. You don't have no fucking sense. You're no police. These are the same thing what the garbage them do. The garbage. What them do with the car seat. Because them run go tell bro devil. And him run go put it in a way and say it now go work. It can't work. That means you put the kids them last. What McGregor say, you don't put the kids them in the south, St. Andrew last. You don't put them in a danger. You know do nothing for help them. If not do nothing for help them, this piece of shit. Oh, number one, OMB police. Oh. Yes, sir, Daniel. Yes, sir, brother. Oh, this piece of shit turn police. So your head not tell you. Your head not tell you say a garbage attack. Eh? If you have some family, you have a single mother, no one or two, but so much what's it on Google Kaka. And you go and take all of them single parents here. Even if full parents, them not have nothing to send them kids to go to school. Them not have nothing to eat. So you take them and bungle them up instead of go look for gunman and bad man and criminal. And go carry them in the dirty thinking dungeon. Lock them up. Because you say you not send them go to school. You know have them power to do that neither. Yeah? You know have them power there to do that. No, but through your police, you arrest and get out of jail. You have to stop the fuck and go around and threaten people. You nasty piece of shit, yo. Yeah? Dirty thinking, McGregor, you me a chat. You're not police. People tired of you in a long time, but chat to you, you know. Yeah? Because you're not police, you know. Same go down at south, down in a central, go threaten people. You come at east, the same thing. Me have to burn them out. But me don't know, I'm end up to be assistant commissioner of police. So all I want to go home, when I garbage, this is what happened to Jamaica. Where you have no good leadership. None. This piece of crap. You remember tell you, you get out of jail card free. So you don't take decent people now because them don't have no food. And them can't buy shoes. And them can't find bus fare and them don't have no work. For send them little daughter and son go school. For the state come and you say, okay, we're going to work out something and we're going to try find out what's the matter and try get help for no. No, you're threatening them with jail. The first thing come out of their mouth, they look like garbage mouth of jail. Eh? So when you take away the parents them now, I want to run go lock them up. You target them. You not target gunman. You not target the thief from up at SSL. The oligarchs them. Yeah? You not target the criminal politician them. You not target the criminal way in the force. You want to target these people and turn them in a criminal. So when you take them from the youth, them, because you just go and go lock them up. Where you going to carry them youth to go? Because we are going to leave them for sleep by themselves. Forget rape and sodomize. Them still have nobody at all. Look, keep them mother go host and can even feed them and that alone she can do. So them are stay hungry now and dead. What you really are say? What you say to me now, say thinking McGregor? You don't say I want to mash up Jamaica. You don't have no solution, you no brain too fucking shallow. What if you chat to it that way because it hurt me? When the man say, hey, I do a million things, you know. But I want to hurt me, you know. Because this piece of shit don't have no sense. It don't have no sense. These are the same piece of shit. We'll go for the youth under the bed. Go for burn him out. So him will burn out now. Now him go for the one when the youth are talking about Andrew for go do what. Him go under the bed for the youth. Now him. I see one. Nasty McGregor. And then when the councillor, she break the pandemic order, him go fear say Google Gaga send him. So we know say him is a puppet and a kick round. Because I watch him long time, but put him on scope, I watch him. Him are the same one who go for the youth under the bed. See? It are the same one. Nasty McGregor. And you see why him that push up himself. You see my peers up now. Assistant Commissioner of Police. ASS. Commissioner of Police. I said this. Eh? And then them don't have no plan. Them don't have no plan for people, for them kids and nothing at all. Them just come up with something when it make no sense. You tell me if this makes sense. Anyone out there, so tell me if it makes sense. Eh? You have to even if you see one mother and she has struggled with 3 youth, and you take that mother out there and I get up. And you carry the mother, go lock her up. I don't know which judge you carry, you waste the judge's time, you waste taxpayer. The money there could have helped send them to school. And then you leave the kids them in there so. You leave them for any kind of abuse and any kind of rape and them thing there. Anything happen to them and sodomize them and them are hungry and them are stray. So we have more kids on the road and more kids are getting missing. So you see, little dirty plan how it stink. I want if him listen to himself what him does say. I want if this piece of shit, garbage, and I protect him and protect the kids them, you know. Him that put them life in a danger and him say my police. You know, say you have no sense. Eh? You have to come chat to them shit, man. Too much of them now, man. Eh? Listen what the piece of garbage is. Let me listen. Just listen back. Let me read back this little. This is what the garbage I say. Yeah, just listen here. The garbage where Steve Mcgregor attack. Hear this.
We know that there are a lot of children here in Copperhead who are not going to school. You know?
We know there are a lot of children. That one. A lot of them. So you want to lock up the parents. Most of them are a single parent. And you carry them where? You know, dirty thinking on to be. Any one of them you could dirty say, they take them woman, you know, where might have struggled with them picnic. And just lock them up because every kid have to go to school. Them go mean school by what can I mean? But them for do turn over and sell them body. If you send them to school, if them not have no job or nothing and the government to create nothing for them, you look a nasty piece of shit, yo. That's why you went up and down and go for the youth under the bed because we know so you get a stripe feet. And that stripe, they want to move that stripe. We see why you do this piece of shit. You're a piece of nastiness. And your name no nice. Don't have mobile. Not my saying. Not my saying. Your name amongst the police them down there. Remember me and enough people talk good enough. Your name no nice and mobile. You're garbage. Yeah? You should have come out of the first time and them investigate you. Your name no nice at east. It's no nice nowhere at all. But this is how you flip-flop and this is how you do. Forget that stripe. Yeah? Yeah, man. So what you don't know? Take where the one parent where them have and you leave a 4 and a 5 the youth by themselves. You are telling me if that no more armed than good people. Eh? Eh? You see me I say? Don't tell me if you do this. But if it will do more harm than good. There's a call me. Yeah? Tell me if it will do more harm than good. It makes sense? Yeah.
We know, you know, because the due diligence has been done. And the citizens are talking. And guess what? We're going to arrest the parents who are not allowing the kids to go. And it is not the people.
Hear them now.
Because you owe them that obligation to get them.
Who no want the best to them youth? You feel, sir? So if you remember, you know, if you see so much parents today and them can't send them youth to a school, there must be a problem. Who no want the best to them youth? Why them they have them, they're not tribe. Some people go sell them body. Some woman sell them front. If you send them youth to a school. Who no want the best to them youth? Tell me now. Yes, sis. What are you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on?
I'm here, man. I'm here. Hey, Maria, tell me something now. You ever hear anything like this yet, man? The garbage truck you attack, man?
But you know something, and that is the problem that Jamaica is having because you have a bunch of leaders with no direction. The first question that you should be asking is, why are these children not going to school?
Good.
And if they go into this, first of all, they can go into the schools and speak with the guidance counselors. The guidance counselors know more than these police officers.
Good.
And if they make up their mind to really fix the situation, they could go to these homes, find out what is going on with these parents. Good. When was the last time, why this child not go to school? When was the last time they eat? And you know what? They would find out that their parents are facing a much more, a bigger problem than they can afford, than they can solve. When they lock up these parents, who is going to take care of these children?
That be the socks. So you say them.
So that's a redundant argument. It doesn't make any sense. And then you're going to turn into monsters, decent and honorable people, because they're going to put them into dungeons. When these parents come back into society, are these parents going to be the same? No, they're not. So how can these parents be of help to their children when they have a system set up? It is already stacked against them. The system is already stacked against them. Many of these children have not had a good meal in days. Do they know that?
No.
And how would they know if they don't ask the question? So what is this? Jamaica has a system of incarcerating people before even find just incarcerate.
Hatred and incarceration. Because them that send the thing the workers out if they know something at the home for find out, right?
But they're supposed to have social workers.
Them have social workers. How good. Jamaica, them not have none. Them have, I know what kind of worker, but them have social workers. So something happened to your house. This is a social worker job, not fee one. This is not a fee job, mama.
They have guidance
counselors and social workers.
Exactly. Yes. And if they go to the school, if a school principal says these children are not coming to school, first of all, the principal should not be reaching out to the police to solve this problem.
Social workers.
It is not the duty of the police to solve. It is the duty of the Ministry of Education and the departments in the Ministry of Education that deal with these social problems. Because clearly, children, no parent is sitting down and not sending their child to school because they want the child to look cute. No parent is doing that.
And by the
way, if a child does not show up in school, the child is hungry, the parent cannot afford to send the child to school.
And them know.
They know it.
So let me ask something now. How many of those in the 5% uptown now send them kids to go to school? Some of them don't send them go to school because them own school. So I'm not going to go train them so them now go to school. Them own school. So I'm not going to say them not go to school and then them do them tests. So what kind of threat is my threatening with the people them with jail? You know, see my idea.
And it goes back to, Peter Tosh song that says only the poor man feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything that the government does affects the poor more than any other group. And the more they do and the more they hurt the poor, the more they keep on doing and come up with more ways to hurt the poor. They came up with the seatbelt issue, the car seat issue.
Yes.
Who was affected? The mothers.
The same mothers again and the kids.
The same mothers,
The same set of mothers and the kids because you see.
Program. They have them on PATH program. What can they get on PATH program?
Nothing.
Why put people on PATH program when these people want to work their way in society? Why not pay them a livable wage? They're giving them minimum wage. They can't even live on minimum wage. Pay them a livable wage. And don't say that they don't have the money to pay them a livable wage because they can pay themselves more than a livable wage.
Okay.
So go into the schools and find out what is wrong. Go into the communities because I'm quite sure if they put foot in those communities, there's somebody who's going to say, everybody knows everybody.
Yes. And
they know what is happening in these communities. First of all, Cockburn Pen or Coburn Pen, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Isn't that Andrew Hollis's constituency?
Yes.
Right. And he gets a big salary. What are the people in his constituency getting? That's what he should find out. So instead of the police pressuring the poor and putting more pressure on the poor, how is the mother going to get up this morning and send her child to school with no food in that child's stomach? Does that child have a uniform? Can this mother afford to pay a school fee? What can
this mother pay a bus fare?
Bus fare. All of these questions need to be answered. No parents sit down and keep them children at home because they don't have anything better to do.
This man get about talk about foolishness, man.
It is madness. And everything they come up with is how they can put more pressure on the poor. Pressure on the poor. Just pressure the poor. Just pressure the poor. How much more can poor people take in Jamaica? Nobody seems to be talking to them. Nobody seems to be listening to them. Everybody is talking over them. Just talking over them. Just talking over them. And they are saying, no, you need to come talk to me. Come down here and see what I'm going through. They need to go into the communities. They need to go into the communities that they're saying and talk to the people. Don't just walk. And Jamaicans need to wake up.
Yes.
And stop selling their vote because their vote is their power. That's their voice. That is their voice. And they're doing constitutional reform. Don't vote for the referendum on constitution to reform the constitution right now because the first one they know nothing about. And they're trampling on their rights as we speak.
True.
Trampling on their rights. So if they don't know their rights right now and they're trampling all over it, can you imagine when they're changing to what they further don't know? We need to stop doing this, and people have to stand up and say, no, enough is enough. When are they going to stop? Who is feeling it the most?
But you know what, I want to know,
Who is feeling it the most?
Sister, you know what I want to know though? Now, I wonder if the police feel say people vote for them or something. Them say, and them have this power for just go around and threaten poor people all the while with jail time and prison time. Why remember him say man go under the bed when the youth say Andrew Wallace when I go in, you know. Him go under the bed for the youth, you know. Him say man, don't turn assistant commissioner of police. You see why I'm going, you see why I'm down up and down.
And
it's clear to see
that he was rewarded for his behavior.
But be rewarded for these things.
On this man's freedom of speech. Even this man, I remember people said the worst, nastiest, most unkind things about PJ Patterson.
Yes. About Portia.
How many times did you hear about Portia?
Yes.
But yes. Oh, forget Portia. Oh my gosh. They lived on her night and day at every level. And I never heard Portia Simpson or PJ Patterson come out and say they must go and look for anybody and take away their... No, because they're free to speak.
Even Colonel Charles.
They did not threaten them, you know. They did not threaten them. If they threatened them, it's a different thing altogether. And nobody
you're not threatening nobody. So they say anything. But Maria,
they have a right to say the Prime Minister is a fool. They have a right to... They have a right to say that without fear of retaliation.
Of course.
The man is behaving like he's Kim Jong-un. Jamaicans need to wake up. Now, if you have a police now saying you're going to lock up the parents of children who don't go to school, you're a fool. You're not a social worker. You're not a mental health counselor. You're not a guidance counselor. You're not
police.
You're none of that.
And I say, get out of jail. Maria, here where I say too. Come here, finish, please. Just listen the part I'm tell you about get out of jail card. Hear this.
Into the schools. This Walters is there now, so one of your get out of jail cards is to link with Miss Walters and her team. So don't be too proud to ask for help. You see how involved the mayor is? If you call him, he will assist you.
So you for call the mayor and also this scope.
You know, he's an idiot. You know
what my idiot. This is the start, and I say my work for them, you know. And it's trying to my look. You hear him now? You hear him?
Yeah.
Get out of jail, car.
Makes no sense. No. What he's saying makes no sense. Why not tell them beforehand? If you find yourself in a situation where you cannot send your child to school, this is where you can go for help. Isn't that what he should be doing? Since he wants to be a good steward, tell them where they can go and get help. And they must be honest, because it is one thing to tell them that they can go and get help somewhere, and another thing for them to actually get the help. Because they won't have red tapes that they put in place. These people cannot accept the help. They cannot get the help, even if they will show up to get the help. Jamaicans are not lazy, you know.
No.
Handful. We know that. Jamaicans are hardworking people, especially the mothers in Jamaica. Especially the mothers. They want for their children what they did not have for themselves. But the system is just stacked. Everything is just stacked against them. The deck is stacked against them. Yes. Anywhere they turn, Makajuk them. Anywhere. And you are now going to further compound their problem by telling them I'm going to back up. So when they're going to Coburn Pen and take a mother out of our house and leave our children,
what happened?
Are they leaving the children to?
You leave her to the cougars and to the lions. So them get molested and raped and get taken away.
But they're leaving this. Yes, okay, they're going to take.
Oh, them feed themselves.
And then you have all these.
By the way, let me ask you now. So by the way, you take away. You can see a lot of kids in Coburn Pen or Coburn Pen, as they say, now go school, right? So you're gonna lock them up.
Right.
So when you lock up the parents, them know which him can't do. Me not ask him. You for just go McGregor, you can't do it. Me not ask you.
Madness.
Okay, but me just tell him no. All right, so you lock up the parents. Me I show him how him fool, Maria, or him fool. You lock them up. You leave thousands of kids in a community without guardians by parents. So man can go, cougars and tigers and everything and lions can go in and rape and sodomize and do anything.
The sex predators
and the people missing.
Who Chuck? What's his name? Chuck. What's his name again? Chuck, what's his name?
That's the one they Chuck me know what we are talking.
Yes. Who said that to put them on to put their names out there to make the sex offender register public would be over punishment. So you are exposing these children now to predators who nobody knows is in their community. So the police, you see, the police is really, they're not doing
them a mass of the country because we must say no what
community policing.
So hold on, Maria. As assistant commissioner, what I'm telling you, it's a AS commissioner this, and an ASS, no assistant, a AS commissioner this. Yeah. Because the AS said this. All right, so you them award him to go under the bed and do everything we might do. Them put him in assistant commissioner. You notice how them did secretly. You know, you're nothing else.
Exactly.
This is where him that work for. Him a goon.
Exactly.
Remember him name calling all kind of corruption in a mobile. We not ask him, we are telling. Enough police, and we can take the police and change them by some plate. Him should get investigated and run away. So what on the Maria? So what on the sister? So you lock up them parents here. So them thousands of kids that over send them go to school, and the government can take them up a hand. So him give the government even more problem for them hand. So because the government have to take them out and find place, put them and then start send them go to school and do everything. The government can do it.
But do they have?
No, them don't have it.
Okay,
them are real point of the government institution
too. Why are
too.
you going to put? Why you going to put more pressure on the parents? Yeah, Del Rocha I was thinking about.
Yes, we know something matter. Yes,
right?
yes.
So right, and you are going to sit there and say their get out of jail free card, their get out of jail card is to know to go on. No, why do that? Why put them in the prison? Jamaica does not have a preventative approach to anything. They only have a curative, because they can prevent that the parent no longer in prison, but they keep the child home because they cannot afford to send the child to school. But no, they're going to force them into a prison system that they know nothing about. So they are further making monsters out of decent people. Is decent people become monsters?
And this guy government and him not have the power to do it. Me I tell him. It's certain thing. Do you know the government to get sued? If government do that, we are give them a lawsuit. We can't tell them from now. If you do that, we are going to international lawsuit and I want to look a nasty clout. Me, I tell you that. Remember, we are promised you that. It's a lawsuit, and we are lawsuit him to make it. Because if we lawsuit him and drive him, all right, we're going to bill him look a dirty thing. Because we have a little fight for him. We're going to finish bill it. Him to get lawsuit. Him not supposed to be in another position either. This is a nastiness. Him to get a lawsuit. Him to go, man. So you want to turn every mother now. The single mothers, them are the parent, them in a prison. When him done, sis, listen now. When him done now, none of them people are the same thing where Canada they talk about and think. None of them people can't travel because you have a police record for what? Yeah? And I remember the government can't look what the kids them, you know. Back in the days when you have the youth, them have to go to school because you have the nutri-bun, the milk, the patty, the bulla, you get khaki, you get this, you get all kind of things. So them glad to go to school because them get something to learn.
But stick up in Wayne. Back in the day, you know, lunch was not nutri-bun and milk, you know.
No, you have lunch too.
It was a warm meal. It was a cooked meal.
Yes. No, but you have everything that in there. You have patty, you have that, you have cooked meal, you have khaki clothes, you have bulgur. You remember you go home with bulgur rice and everything there, you know. You have things, you know. It was the only thing.
Yes. It was the only thing. There were nutritious meals in schools on a regular basis.
Yes.
And a warm meal. So a child who did not have a warm meal to go to school, know that they can go to lunch, go to school and get a warm lunch.
Of course.
Because the truth of the matter is, you know, nutri-bun and milk not having a value, but it is better than nothing.
Nothing. And then them come in with the party.
And then guess what now?
Them have the party too.
But guess what? Somebody rob up the money.
That's the one where them come with the other day, yes.
Right. So now it's like everywhere you turn in Jamaica is a problem for poor people. Not because poor people invite it on themselves, because nobody's responsible for the circumstances they were born in. No. But they're born in this circumstance and they will do their best to get out of that circumstance. But they don't have to further push them down by pressuring them some more. Because that's exactly what they are doing. They are pressuring poor people. Poor people cannot take it anymore. They cannot feed their children. So what Mcgregor should be doing community policing, because if they were doing community policing, they would have known that the community that he's talking about and the children that he wants, the parents that he wants to lock up, they would have known that, no, you know, the parents can't afford to send them to go to school.
You know, Jamaica police
them the parents and then tell them, say, oh, then for them to get out of jail, they must go and apply for program. No, make it easy for them to apply. Make it easier for them to qualify. Don't tell them if they have a fridge, they cannot get there on the PASS program. So where they're going to keep the little things. And if they have a fridge, and they can sell socks and make money, they can sell ice, they can do little things and come out of the situation.
That is
but they're going to give them a pittance and then tell them that you cannot have this, you cannot have it. What kind of a program is that? That's madness. That is madness.
So Maria, them want them to live on a program for $3,000 every two months. Oh, that work.
What can that do? What can that do?
Eh?
What, you know what they should have done? Like how they have undercover boss, these politicians should go and live on these kinds of minimum wage payments. They should go and work as domestic workers. They should go and work in the call centers. Go and do the jobs for that same amount of money. Go and live in those communities.
But hear this,
where those same people live. And tell me, when they're finished, come back and tell me if they can manage that job.
But hear this now, Maria. Maria, hear this. The same politician they tell you because the other day, the health minister said, listen, my pay when I get can't help me do not, so me have to sell my thing for do this. But him not get too much million per year. I know it gone up to enough more. See, him say you can't manage. So all them people have to live for $9,000. But just go up to 13 just the other day. But when people are cut the job.
That is the point.
You understand? So
he cannot live. He cannot live on that. But first of all, they get allowances, you know. They get allowances and they get all kinds of things. And them do kickback, ma'am. And he cannot live off his salary. But he expects the person who is his helper to live off a $14,000 a week salary. And he cannot live off 10 times that per month. Yes. Does that make any sense? And then they cannot live off it. You're giving them minimum wage. So, when they do get the money, they can't pay light, they can't pay gas, they can't pay water. The worst can't pay rent. So hold on, Maria. Let me just answer that, Lenny. Lenny, that chapter of the law says a lot of things. Where if a country break down, you know that. If a country break down, and you don't have no money because you see it over and over again. Don't tell me about the law says because we know the law. Don't tell me about neglect. Because you have people where school, where home teach them kids because them cannot send them to school. Why uptown people can do it, but the one downtown can't do it? Why? You can do that. You know, and then you don't, well, I know the law says. The law says a lot of things because, listen, with the law says, you have proper health system, education system, and it tell you how the government operate. So dictate, a matter of fact, if you talk about that first, before you dictate and tell me this. So and tell me if them people operate right. Yeah? So when you tell me about school, you have to come tell me about everything but the law. We have proper health system, we have proper school system and education system. We have anything proper? Don't dictate when you talk about the law. Remember, you go right across the board with it too. Yeah? No, so people like those are a distraction. No, yeah, so that's why I ban people like this, because you can't come pick out something because I'm gonna knock you. When we see the government now do nothing at all. Yeah, because you're supposed to work for the people them of the country. We're supposed to create jobs. We're supposed to set up everything, you know. Not put in more red tape, you know. You understand? Exactly. So we're supposed to, the people them are trying to do something, you regulate it. You know, them not do that, them try to beat you and do all kind of things. You don't come and say the law says. The law says a lot of things. Good point there, Wayne. Of course. Of course. Remember the rafters who they go and mash them. They mash it up. Remember those rafters? And threaten people. What are those people supposed to do? All them kids go to school now. All right. Do after them now. You go cut up them raft and the man say, oh, my people, them are going to eat. No, them not eat. You gotta tell me now. And the law do this. Yeah, you destroy where them are work. Honest bread. Yeah, for put your friend for control a river one, they can't control because we don't have the power over the river. Every single Jamaican have the same right to the river and the sea as who in the river right now. A matter of fact, the foreigner is supposed to come over and build a place and take over river. The law say when you say land, you're not supposed to take on a sea and a river, you know. When you dictate and tell me what the law say, don't make me have a banyan either, you know. When you talk to me, good man. Sir. You understand? Don't do that. You cannot. Don't do that. Because when you talk to it, remember, people this way you talk to with sense. So we know the law, we read it. You understand? Yeah, we understand it too. He's throwing the business to the back because we all know that neglect happens everywhere. This is not that situation. We're not talking about child neglect. We're not talking about neglect. We're talking about a policeman who says he's going to lock up the parents if the children don't go to school without him first going to find out why the children are not going to school. So he's putting the cart in front of the horse. No, but yeah, we must say no, he want to dictate now because he must say, fear and talk about this and that it costs 1 million. No, poor people, you know, their job and you cost 1 million. You have to say the law says. Me say the law say a lot of things.
when them, a matter of fact, the law, a lot of things where them politicians get keep at them should they are prison.
But who designed the law? Who
yeah, but no, but me I gotta tell him because right now, you know, you see, can't figure interest on something what them do, them for go to prison, you know. But them people here, like Lenny that put up here so. Him now put up the right things. If he said that and that, him tell about 1 million. Remember, poor people have no million, so you have to talk about surely send him to prison. I send she to prison. You know, see the last things. Who sit down?
Part of a bigger problem. You see, part of a bigger problem. You know, Jamaicans lead to them with the people and after.
Yes.
Part of a bigger problem, you know. And when they talk and when you do your show and Rattigan do his
yes.
and talk, they get upset and say, oh no, we don't tune nobody not tune on Jamaica. Because there's a bigger problem facing Jamaica right now. But Jamaicans wouldn't know because they don't have access to the information like we would. And it has to do with the Financial Action Task Force, where Jamaica has failed to live up to the you understand, to complete the action plan which expired from last year, you know. So it comes all down the way, you know, to this. Now, why doesn't that policeman go and talk to Nigel Clark and Andrew Wilson and say, this will affect us if Jamaica is blacklisted and torn and the rest of the world, so we cannot do business with Jamaica because Jamaicans are too corrupt. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
All of it come down to this. So when they're talking about laws and laws, go and tell Nigel Clark what he's supposed to do. Don't come on this program and tell you what the law says.
Because him can't tell you what the law because we know what the law says. But hear this again, sister. So when I talk about the law, say the law I tell you say straightly, any minister who have things, remember, even if you was a businessman, you'd have put in some trust thing there.
Exactly.
And you're not supposed to, the law tell you this clearly. You're not supposed to, you're a minister and you run a rice thing, you start it at 2021. When you look, you're carrying onion and import other things and other things. As a minister, them they can't take an interest if you go to prison for these things. You have to get kicked out. But remember, if you're not for the law, the whole of them going to prison. No. The Prime Minister wife of a $8 million house.
The Prime Minister, look at what they are doing.
Him wife of a $800 million house right now at our road. Right away the law, that against the law, you know. I'm more than can't take an interest that, you know. Where she get the money from now, you know. So when you talk about the law, be careful when you quote the law. Because I draw the whole law on you.
People like Lenny. But people like Lenny,
you understand?
Really put more pressure on poor people, you know.
Yeah.
Because he's going to tell us about the law, neglect, and that is not the issue. But we're saying that he's going to lock up the parents who cannot afford to send the children to school for a reason. Reason. So go and find out the reason first before you run your mouth. All right. So then him does something now. Him says something was smoother now. I said earlier, first step is to align social workers and guidance counselor with the schools. Okay, so you say something now. None of that. We don't want the PAC program though. Let me correct you now. Let me correct you about something else. Because you talk make little sense now. Let me correct you now. So instead of a go for that, we want to create jobs that the mom and the dad can have work that them can look about them kids. Because every Jamaican must able can feed them family. Every Jamaican. But wait. It's not only jobs. It's not only the jobs, no. Jobs that pay a living.
Yes, no cabla job neither.
A living wage, because minimum wage is not, they just throw it out. We're going to give a minimum wage, we're going to increase it from 9,000 and people jump and say, yeah. But at the end of the day,
minimum wage is foolishness right now.
The money.
Yes.
So it makes no sense to come out and say, you know, they are doing this and their work. Look at what he said the other day. I think you carried the other day. You were talking about he was so upset and the nonsense people talking, bullying me. Are you kidding me?
A lot of foolishness come out on that.
On the ground, the people on the ground are suffering.
Yes.
The people on the ground are actually suffering, and he is worried about hurt feelings. Then get out of politics.
Get out of politics. Because we are one of accountable, you know.
That's a job for him.
Yeah.
That's not a job for him.
You know what I want to say, sister, too. We don't want to keep nobody. Can you imagine somebody like you? We don't raise if you want to raise it to $5,000 because $5,000 is not nothing. If me take $50, it value more than $5,000 and give somebody that a joke. Me just buy something at $50, that a joke. So okay. So you can raise part for two months and give them the $5,000. We want to win people on this part business. We want them to part from part. So we want them you can afford, all right. So the life over here, right? Right? We have school buses. Me carry my you them to school, but we have school buses. My daughter go to university, and and appear, pay this thing in a fair class, cause I'm a student, right? And she graduate Wednesday, so me show now look a part of that, and then she go to university, and she do her thing, we call her professor, right? Be careful, but you have school buses. She don't want to take care about other people carry them kids, but and the school buses, remember, it's free.
Yeah.
When you look now, them talk, them assess your kids, them do every little thing. If you not gonna it's good. So them know how them deal with the kids. Now in Jamaica, you don't have these kind of things. No, them put the kids them last.
They're trying to do a transit program now.
Yes.
Where the children go to school but you see, it cannot work in Jamaica because Jamaica's situation is totally different. There's a social and economic breakdown in Jamaica
that is
affecting the children. The children and the poor are more affected by it.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're going to institute a transit program, they have to first make sure their social and economic infrastructure is at least at an optimum 80% performing. Where the education system is working, the healthcare system is working, the security system, all of those things have to be working.
When you're looking at Jamaica now,
children can go to school, where it is conducive for a child to be able to go to school.
Yes.
Because one, you have parents who are working. Even if they work, whatever job they're working, then they can afford to send their child to school because there are things in place to help that parent send that child to school.
Yes.
It doesn't happen in Jamaica, but they're ready to imprison the parents.
Because them always a thing back way, everything in a Jamaica, and if you strengthen and build something, if you prison you. So when them prison you, them lock you up, the police, them aim, like remember, this guy, when me talk about this guy, this guy go under the bed for the young man, and uncle thing him get feet now, him to an assistant commissioner of police. So you see him get awarded for where him do. When him run up and down and I said this and I lock up some people. Them award him. So says a gangsterism around. These are the same Mcgregor where they go and mobile where the some of them turn businessman now when them sit down and talk to me, it's unbelievable because I tell them, me never think for me death with it, never fight. You know when me talk, me not make up story. Yeah? Me never fight. Police! We work with him to down there. Talk to me. Them talk to me. See? So I like me not talk to me, so them give me the whole insight and who. So me analyze name and think what we do, we make up the file. See? You understand? And him now to an assistant commissioner of police.
Imagine a parent, imagine a parent in Coburn Pen right now, hearing this man say that. And they know that is not because they're not trying and doing what the best they can to send that child to school. But he is busy thinking about how we can lock them. Imagine that parent now could be thinking, one, how to pay a doctor bill, how to feed the children, if them have how to keep light on, how to pay for water. How to do all of these things.
Yes.
And then on top of that, that same parent must be worried about being arrested for something that she has no control over.
And it's not one. Him say a lot of kids down here, a lot of children. So if a lot of children and one mother, and most of them are single parent. So most of them. So if you all right. So somebody come and take you. Remember, if somebody come and take the parent, from the kids. You leave a house with some kids. That alone, him as a police would have break the law. Me not ask him. Me I tell him. Because you'd have to arrest the kids them to put them in a home of safety. How much of them you can do so? That means you have to clear out thousands of them. So when you put that on the government can't manage it. No. Them have some home, but the people them are hurt, them are get pregnant, them are rape them.
Exactly.
None of them run where them are rape, them abuse them. Me not ask. Juvenile center, they make them in an underwear alone. It come on in the paper, they talk about them investigate and stop it. You have a man there, I'll be a rape him. Hey, I'll be a thing they look at you and go down.
Allow them to leave the island. They allow them to leave the island.
Be a different thing now. It's the next one. It's the next one we are working. We know the one day. But it's the next one this. We are working in a juvenile center with the young juvenile where you put them up in a school.
Right.
I'll be a rape and be a sitting them going that.
Yeah.
It's just saying
because something, they are vulnerable. They have nobody so they put them in this system for them to be taken care of, to be cared for. But they put them in there among abusers. And they're abusers because these people are pedophiles, are rapists, and they can go into the system because nobody did a background check of them. No. And if they were on a sex offender registry that everybody know, they would not have been employed.
All right, sister, you know why? Say something wrong with Jamaican law. The government advised by Google Gaga and him set up demonic angels. Yeah, because Google Gaga and the set up, we never know if we call them Jablat. Yeah. Google Gagas and the set up Googs, young Googs. Them sit down and advise the police what to do, and them come up with this car seat business, you know. If you you drive a car in a public passenger vehicle, and then remember, you know, if you look on the statistic over the years, when I see a bag of kids, it's a crash and a bag of picnic, dead. No, and some big people and what have you, right? You know, see them taxi in a crash.
Most of the bike, as a matter of fact, I think most of the
bike and the helmet and the thing, right?
Road is bike.
Yes, our boss and them thing. They want to like that children, a lot of children in these things. So them come up with that,
because
you know.
it service rural areas where no bus is not running.
And yes, them are do all right, and the government supposed to do that. So them take up the slack. All these people are work on it now, go work. Okay. So we don't see that, but yes, the government come on and stern. And when the people them withdraw them thing, him now back, you know, pick him back. Because a foolishness him they come with. Because them come and tell about I'll crap up on TV just everybody know them know the law. So they ask him, where you get that from? Which country you live in now? Exactly. Yeah, everybody know. Crab. Film name card too.
Apply
them for government.
Transportation, it applies to private ownership. Private.
You understand?
Vehicles. Private.
Yeah.
And but you see, they are implementing laws that they themselves know nothing about either.
Come see the man there, they matter about phone and what have you. And when we look, Mr. Carl Samuda drive with him phone. Like a few days after. I know when I hear them calling in and they lock him up.
Nobody give him a ticket.
Because that means it's a dictatorship thing around. The guy McGregor forget demoted and for kick out of the force because I see him go under the bed for the youth and go around and give himself a bag of trouble. And this is how him get. So you definitely see him was a puppet and you see clearly where him that work for him for go home.
Exactly.
When him turn assistant commissioner of police. This is where him that work for.
But
and then
see,
come and say he must say something where him can't even do. Me not ask you because that it cause some chaos. Listen now, that's the cause of disaster. It's the unbelievable. You are mother where I tried. Me see the woman down St. Elizabeth. Her first child kind of disabled, and she have 8 more. Different father now paying her mind. So she born her call them teeth for 60 bag of coal. She said, and she not somebody that try build a little room for her and thing. She said, listen, you know, I can't even send them. So we send her when they're 2 weeks, you know, or 3 weeks before that when I go back, and then we send her next one because she not have it. She burn her coal. She try to do everything for them. The government says she come out and people are trying now. No, then they're going to say, yes, we have to get her somewhere to live. We have to get the kids and go to school. So you tell me, say, you don't see she now, and I pay most of the girl she have. And when you tell me, say, they are see she, and they are take her up and lock her up. If she live down there, so you lock up she.
Exactly.
That makes sense to you, McGregor.
It makes no sense.
You have sense as police. Your job for the police, serve, protect, and reassure. You take up too much by your head. You're not a social worker. You figure away.
And they come out and make all these
so think what government supposed to do, you come and threaten people in a ghetto. Like them, and you know, say the people them are when them see man see the universe. Yes, sir, you figure away, you know. People got to take out your background if you just go, man.
But Jamaican people need to stand up, you know, and stand up for
their
rights. Because for far too long, they have allowed themselves to be steamrolled by these politicians who believe that they know more than the people. Because the people have allowed them to believe that. And here you have these people, numbskulls, telling them now that they are going to arrest them because the child didn't go to school. Yeah. You have got to be an idiot to say something, to come up with something like that. Without even first finding out the why. First of all every system in Jamaica is broken.
That is it.
The education system is broken.
Yes.
Healthcare system is broken.
Yes.
National security is broken.
Mm-hmm.
Housing is broken.
Mm-hmm.
Everything across the board is broken.
Yeah, man.
And now you are going to say, with that broken system that needs fixing,
yes,
you are going to pressure the people who they want to send their children to school. But they cannot. They cannot. And you are not going to put pressure on them to do what?
And but the threat, you know, and that's the pressure. Oh, him take it up like him a government. If you see something and you know you have to tell the government and you have the thing, the service, them come deal with it. But you are police, you are threatening parents, you are start target to no lock on up. Can you say no youth and enough of the children now go school from around a couple of friends. And we are gonna start target to no lock on up. And when you get out of jail card free. Unless you know go check this woman here. You feel go away.
Yeah. It is shameful.
Him go east with the same thing and threaten man about him and kill them and him know them, you know. I'm a born out the nastiness, you know. And the inspector woman from out because she does a reach out of a Fort station. When I talk to her, I say, Mr. Lonesome, no, him never say that because I was at the meeting. I said, listen, my mom. Him drive around there with 7 cars. Remember I'm going to the place, you know. Remember when him go talk it on a gully, you know. For him talk it and everybody, and not just one person there, so, yes, everybody will hear, call me and tell me. I'm a born him out. Him the write a elder about him never say so. And me up on the internet attack this, the man and them tell lie on him. No, we not tell lie on you. You're punk. I check the youth, but we know when they live and if you don't come to me. I say you talk to people. If you do community policing, we not break too much laws.
Andrew Holness will say something.
Yes.
And everybody look at it and say, but this is nonsense, that doesn't work. And then he will come out now and say, no, I didn't say so when his own words are there to hold him
but you know, say, man, this man,
you don't have to say a word. You just have to use his own words to say, but is who this? Is you?
Andrew, this man on earth.
You know, you said this. So how can you now come out and say,
come up on the other
lies on me?
Yes. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Remember, Andrew, this man on earth, you know, sis. Andrew,
it is. And when you say it now, he says, how can you say that, you know, people are being, you know, antagonizing him? Nobody hates him. Everybody wants him to succeed. Everybody wants the Jamaican government to succeed. But the Jamaican government cannot succeed with the current track that it is on. It will never succeed.
This man
now, when you have $2 billion in, how can you have a $2 billion corruption problem?
Yeah, 200 billion. 200 billion.
Yeah, how can you have that?
Yeah, I'll be a kickback.
How can you have that? And that country is a country that you should invest in. It makes no sense. And they're the ones, they're taking the cream off the top, you know. And everybody else getting the water.
All right, hear this now. Hear somebody say, Mr. Lonesome, good night. That same lady who burned the coal, Shanshen, Zen, doing as helper. The kids are very brilliant. They're doing well. Yeah. No help from government. See there? See there?
Exactly.
Somebody attack me attack. And I mean, know them, you know, say, them see this. As a government, I may say any country put the kids them and old people last is a failed state. You will
know the health of a country. You will know the health of a country
by all them angle the seniors and the kids.
Treat the elderly and the children.
Straight up. And no, you can't go around that. None of them can go around that. Yeah? None of them. Yes, you say no help from government. A matter of fact, him go there now in a chat, but you're still not the same Cockburn pen. You have this little brilliant mind. I teach. Teach some youth.
Yes.
Teaching now.
Yes.
They might not go to school, but he might go to school, he might go to high school. He might teach them from them at 7. And I know the Prime Minister, they do nothing for the youth because he come from over the other side. I think constituency, but at the PMP side me here. So they do nothing to the youth. I give you what
he's not the Prime Minister for the PMP. He's not the member of
Parliament. He might the Prime Minister, he might the government, he might the Prime Minister for Jamaica.
He's the Prime Minister of Jamaica, not the Prime Minister of the Labour Rights.
No.
The Prime Minister of the Jamaican people, the Jamaican country. That's what he's the Prime Minister of.
That is it.
So if he thinks that he's only representing a handful of people, then he's in the wrong job. Go home, stay home and take care of your family.
Yes.
Because that's the
man.
If he thinks he's only obligated to a handful of people, then he's obligated to them.
Yes. Well, on that, Maria. Yes, brother.
Greetings, brother. I only want to have a message from Mcgregor this evening.
Yes.
And Mr. Mcgregor, I want you to go get the policeman with box the youth the other day and settle that before you go interfere with the people them. Talk where you go lock up parents. You can't lock up parents. You see what them are trying to do? They might try to turn the people them not criminal and then mess up the youth.
Yes.
Because when you mess up the parents, what you think of that?
You mess up the kids. You mess up everybody. Not the household.
Yeah.
The government can't do that.
Yeah, Mcgregor knows them, man. The same youth of them disrespect at Jamaica the other day. Team police them. Because remember the other day when the police
yes.
me never see no badge. You tell me say I sign here, I don't know.
Him not showing no badge, right? Him not showing no badge.
No badge.
And you come from up here, so. And them diss you, come show the video or them diss you, right? And them not show you no badge and nothing. But him tell the people them when police come to the area, don't interfere, make them do them work because you make it harder. So you fit take them number, take them badge. And then you can have a police where you talk to. Him a chat an answer story to you know. This guy.
Let me tell you something. The way how I said that the police deal with the man, but be honest with yourself. If a man back a family member like that, how you don't feel, brother?
Brother, him a get back a box. No, I tell him up here, say you get back a box in a business. You get more than a box. You have to get 100 round. Anything at all you do, you forget 100 full. So he might get it back. And if he not get it back, same time, me can't promise him he might get it back. And a joke.
The thing we want to know, because we don't want to disrespect the police uniform. So what if I do know? Wait until I take off the uniform before me defend myself.
Well, if you not this, well, go make him take it off, but he might forget back in box. Make him take it off. You know, make the boy use a uniform and destroy you, you know. You cannot do that. When him break the law, break the law. Even if we make citizen arrest, police work like police overseas. Them don't work like police, them are criminal in Jamaica. Real police in Jamaica, them not do that, you know. Them not violate it because them have them youth too, them have them wife to go home to, them have them family and things. So them put themselves in the same shoes. So them want to do that. But the one them will do these and exalt, just check them background if them not criminal. A criminal with badge and gun. Me not ask you.
Mr. Andrew is coming over, say, you have your millions and listen to the program too, you know, man. But me ask you, when somebody said to you, say, you go talk about your mother, you get police and go for them. Me ask you, Andrew Wellness, where you say to the policeman with box that demand it, because the system may get violate down there, you know, but me I say no, it'll get worse. Because anyhow, you deal with me that way, they remember say supply chain working and we'll find you.
All right. I remember you know those. You go down there, but them look for you and know you're a citizen for this country. So me tell you, so you come up here for report it, but you know you're so busy. You for report them. Them forget some sanction. Me I tell you, for report it. Report it, yeah man. Yeah man. Or them deal with you for report it. Me report it for you if you don't want to report it, my brother. Yeah man, me check you and report it, man. What you talk about, man? Report them.
One to the policeman who did rape the girl in St. Elizabeth.
We not hear the one when you're ill, we not hear nothing about him, you know. We don't just say them talk, but we not hear nothing about him, we not hear nothing about him. Case or nothing else, like them cover up things all the time.
So we in the other day, the program we do that, when we show up them, me hear somebody comment and say, oh, me lucky they never rape my girl. Well, I'm glad they never put their hand on my girl because I would have sent the safe message.
Yeah, you see that? No, but you know, say up here, you know, say them gone. No, but them, you know, say them that gone. The one of them who up to Jamaica that feel it. Can't remember your son work together. Me I tell you, say them that feel it. Them up there that feel it. So if them remember, you know, and about down there, so no, we know, up here, no, we know better.
Yeah, man.
You understand? So we now ask if them that can feel it. You see me I say? Yeah, man.
Boy, them hot harder, man. They're very hot harder. They treat people good, man. I mean, like, but we see what them do with Jamaica still now, because when the poor people them gone to prison now, then them take the youth and mess up their head.
Yes.
Tell them red or white or something else when time, you know.
But let me tell you something now. I finished talking to Maria now, but let me tell you something now. Brother, you see, where the police don't understand, you serve, protect, and reassure. Certain job and your job for going there and not threatening no parents, I'm going to lock you up, I'm going to target you know, because your kids don't go to school. That is not your job.
Over here,
you understand?
Over here, let's have the picnic of our school. The school call you and said there's a kid in this house.
Brother, my phone ring. So every time I go to school, it ring, and them ask, yes. And you say sick or not, I just press a button, and them ask if I half day, full day, and if I'm not sick, you say, you know, maybe appointments, and you answer that and boom, boom, if you not do it, them are a call, and if them concerned, them may call it in the parents, and if police them send, the school them have them, you understand, them have for them things, so them work with you. Say, I remember your kids, them, if your kid even drop at school, you have to know. If them even get a bump, you have to know, them have to tell you. If any little thing they make a report and it them have a report to your brother. Saying?
But you did don't say already say any country not check for the kid them is a failed state
and the old people. Me tell you, I'm not joke.
That's out for going. But you don't know we are listening to program.
All right, brother. Respect. Yes, I bless.
Yeah,
yes,
but you know something when that young man that we just talked a while ago, you see that is how retaliation happened. Because that policeman slapped that young man. You see how this man now can retaliate against his family? You see the damage effect of that?
Yes.
So it is one thing for him to slap him in his uniform, and another thing for this man to, I'm not saying he's going to, but situations like that, they plan for them. And if they cannot catch him, they will catch somebody in his family.
That, you see, that's why it's the country running like this.
So that's how retaliation happens.
Yes.
That's how. So they're in. It's one thing for them to be in a uniform and be a bully. They have to come out of the uniform because they're not in their uniform 24/7. And another thing, those people, listen to, it's not policemen become criminals now. Criminals become police. You know?
Of course.
They were criminals. Nobody do no background check on them. They just scoop them up and train them. They don't hire them. Or those that they hire become no criminals with a gun, a badge, and a uniform. And that make it police with badge and criminal in badge and gun. So them say, hey, me get the powers now, say, hey, me do this, more man with blue. Exactly. And you see, let me tell you something what them don't know. I'm gonna teach them something. This is what I want in a 80 now. And just this is what I tell you straight. You know what I want in a 80 now? You see, the police will leave, go farm the gang with the man them. Remember, the man them go leave, go farm the gang with police. Him go take over a gang. No, me them a call him criminal. I don't call him criminal. I call him freedom fighter. If you listen that man good him say, yo, we don't trust the government. Them a criminal. Remember the man that they are rape? Them name, when name when name? Hamburger. When name? Me soon tell him name. See? Yes. So him a police expert, him leave the police and go farm, go join them, right? So him now in a film here and like rape. Rob the people and not him protect them. And the youth them around him and them around there and more protect them. So when you call them about gangster and barbecue, no, me look upon him as a freedom fighter. Me I tell you that. And I with them I tell you I want to put in my head, you know. Him is a freedom fighter and not do nothing wrong. Because the government were there are them are criminal. So and most of the gang them when them a call gang is not no gang, a freedom fighter gang. Freedom fighters. That is how coups come about, you know, when you have people who decide that we cannot take the pressure anymore. We cannot take the pressure anymore. So we are going to retaliate. We are going to fight back. We're going to push back. And they will push back by any means necessary. That is it. Any means necessary. So if these police just sit down and believe so they're going to just keep pushing poor people and push. You see, when they get up and decide to push back, then everybody will just say, oh my goodness, what's happening here? No, you created these monsters. You created the problem. Yes. Instead of solving the problem, you made a bigger problem. You made a problem as solving the problem much worse. Yes. But as we said before, sis, when you look front of me, them say, this man barbecue, him one of the biggest gangster, and him one of the biggest. No, him is not no gangster, the man a freedom fighter. Because we know how gangster roll, them and now roll like no gangster. You are freedom fighters, but the government, they are label you. Yes, still, America, label some of them in the government right now as drug pushers and everything and corruption and everything. So even when them come and say, well, he might do this. No, you have to sit down and talk to these people. Because if never them, that's why this man could have soldier them, you know, from 1995 over there, you know. The armed force and thing, you know, because them did very corrupted. Across the people them. Yes. You understand? And it goes back to Papa Doc and Baby Doc. Yes. So Papa Doc and Baby Doc, them are all criminal them there too. Yep. And the Andrew Wallace are running the same line now. They say you sow to the wind, you're reaping the whirlwind. They're reaping the whirlwind of those corrupt days in Haiti right now. Yes. Can it happen in Jamaica? Yes, it can, because you have a corrupt system in Jamaica. It's not just one person corrupt. It's an entire system that is corrupt. And look at the police them food at Jamaica now. You say you want gun. But you know say the 12,000, now 11,000 odd man. When you say strong, them have a home for go. And you know say they have more gun in a hand, in a man out there. And if them did that behave as gunman, them won't have it for protection though. Because if them did that think aware, if you say, hey, me could link up, you can't manage them. Me not ask you. True.
There is no way you can leave and go home and when you run a car. There is no way you don't drive a car pan a lane where you don't know. So you have a blue and you have a car. Remember, the man them have rifle, bullet, board them car there. The man them never want face on the car, them still showing respect, but when they still over pressure the people them do community policing. We not have a time it end up like 80.
But that would be weird. But that would be, you'd think that's what the police would do first. Like you say.
Yes.
And your child doesn't show up to school one day, you might not get a call. But this thing is, teachers pay attention, so they know your children, the child's pattern. They know that the child will show up to school.
What them do over here, sister?
So if they don't see this child, they're going to call you to say, you know, your daughter, your son is not in school yet. What is happening?
Yes.
And if you do
not respond,
they will say, do a follow-up.
Them do it at the school.
Yeah.
So not the police. The police not call you. You never get one police calling like that. Not even one.
Yes, but because the school has a guidance counselor.
Yes.
Right?
You have child protected agents. Say you have different agents to do with it. Not the police. You also
have a parent-teacher coordinator that works between the school and the parents. So if they, instead of him now trying to use this draconian
this is what him do all the while.
Method on Jamaican people, go and find out what is happening to these people. Go and be a man. Go and be a man and stop using bullet tactics on poor people. Because it has to be a reason why so many children are not going to school. It's not just one home or two homes. There are many homes like that. Many homes. And where you have so many homes where that is the problem, then there's a bigger issue to be addressed. And it's not just to imprison them. That is not, they can't incarcerate their way out of problems.
That is, them are going to make it worse. But look on the bigger problem when the car sister, what me I said to you, look on the bigger problem with the man, when him come up with, him and the government, Him first serve, protect and reassure, him put everything on the head like them, him people vote for him and the government. This the nastiness. Where female mix up, well, blend up in everything that's bad in a mobile. That the nastiness when you're McGregor. Piece of shit. You understand? And get striped for what him do.
It is the fault of the government to have these corrupt police officers in these positions. But then again, the minister himself is checkered.
Yes.
So if he is checkered, how the heck is the ACP or the commissioner or the rank and file? How can they? Not saying that all, but you will have these people who have no qualms about doing illegal activity or being violent and disrespectful because the Minister of National Security himself is checkered.
Of course. McGregor checkered too. McGregor checkered.
Exactly.
This piece of garbage checkered.
But their leader, the Prime Minister,
forget
about him.
Yes.
It's like everybody you point to, you have to put an asterisk beside their name to say,
It's bad.
They need, there should not be in representation on politics, and these people should not be in the police force because they're too corrupt.
Make I tell you something, sister.
Because anybody who goes to him with that way, he should say, no. This is the school's job.
That is it.
This is the job of the school. This is the job of the Ministry of Education. This is the job of community policing.
You understand?
The government cannot incarcerate their way out of the problem.
No.
Of poverty.
Impossible.
Fix the schools. Fix the hospitals.
Yes.
Fix the police stations. Fix the roads. Fix the water. Fix the light.
Yes.
Give them a livable wage that even if they work in a call center, they can make a decent salary to feed their children and send their children to school.
But so the call center, all right. So I know job as job, but if you give them the 15, you want some job and you give them even 13 out of the 15, you give them around $2 out of the 15 per hour. $2 for the whole day. For a couple of hours. Yeah. Now, you give them around less than $15 for the whole day.
But wait, make the make the jobs.
Yes.
Where people can get the jobs, but they can live off what they are making. They can live off it. Because many people have the little backyard kitchen garden that they get things from. Okay? So if they have a livable wage, they can manage to send their children to school. They can put in place things in the education system that the children can go to school and get a warm lunch.
Yes, yes.
Not only bulla and milk. Go back to giving them warm lunches. Make it affordable. Those who can pay, let them pay. Those who cannot pay should not be shamed because they cannot pay to have a lunch. Go back to those things. It can happen. I remember, I was listening to Lisa Hanna one time talk about, she was basically throwing cold water and some of the things that Michael Mulligan cannot be applied to now. Yes, it can be applied to now.
It's still applied to now.
And everybody's running to the Singapore model. Guess what? It's not like Singapore don't have corruption, but they don't have it at the level that it is in Jamaica. But they don't have some of the things that Jamaica has. But they do manufacturing in Singapore.
That
they build the factories, they buy the raw material and they hire the people. So they make the things and they send them out to other countries so other countries can send their manufacturing jobs there because they will buy the raw material. Because it is easier to get the raw material, build it, and sell it back. Jamaica doesn't do that. Everybody's just tourism. What happened the other day at Franklin D Resort? Wrong. We agree. Yes. But do you see how quick they are to, we have to do this investigation? Look how many people died in Jamaica. Look how many people died in Jamaica on a daily basis, being robbed, little girls being raped, little boys being raped, and they cannot solve those. But oh my God, you dare not tarnish the reputation of our tourism sector. Come on.
No, but number one, them can't tell me nothing because I must repeat it again, sister. Most of them will come down as tourists. Them a child molester. Them a pedophile.
No joke,
I know, them are cougars. Because some of the women and the man don't want them. Nobody don't want them. Yeah, and then you have to go creep up the little young boy and do trafficking and human trafficking and that kind of thing. It's like it's a slavery thing. Because them say, well, money we use $1 appear and Nancy. Some of them have a boat pan them for them body, so them can go get a little young boy. Because nobody don't want them a foreign, And they have some of them and them are child molesters. And nobody don't want them neither. So them just go down and them live like them a king. Half of them credit card. When they come back, them show go for a plate and then get bankrupt. And then look on them color like them. You understand? It's bad. Them need to stop it.
And no one is not saying they must have a healthy tourism industry.
You have to have a healthy country before that.
Jamaica. We all want that. But you need to make sure your people, the natives of the land, are healthy.
Of course.
Can go to the doctor when they get sick.
Of course.
Can send the children to school.
Of course.
Can call the police and the police has a patrol car that can reach them. If they need an ambulance, the ambulance is there to take them to the hospital. If they're going and they have an accident and they need pins, the pins are there provided. If somebody needs an MRI, the MRI machine is there. The CT scan is available. They can do dialysis. So when this policeman wants to lock up parents, go lock up those people.
No, but him have the powers.
Not enacting
the man if he said the ACP or ASS. ASS. Ask commissioner. I know. ACP. ASS ASS Mcgregor. Yes? Because that does. You have some police that lick us for reach where them want to go, And another truth.
Yeah.
We not cover up nothing around here. Because everyone go under the bed for the little youth, and then you see her do a kind of thing, then Google Gaga, when the girl there, Kerry, where she was named Douglas, when she break the same thing, you go and say, oh, a Google Gaga send you for the police, we did a police waiting at the rank, I said, listen, no, you can't come for her, because that and that. But no, Google send me for her.
But the police should not be doing things just for the sake of doing it. Where is the moral ground on which they are standing to do things that for the benefit of the people? Do they lack the morality to do right?
Of course.
Are they so morally bankrupt that all they can do is come up with ways to pressure poor people and pressure poor people and pressure poor people? They don't see the writing on the wall?
And you know
no one needs a Bible to show them that you cannot keep pressuring poor people. They are feeling it. Enough is enough. Nobody is disagreeing with the point that there are children who are neglected. 100%.
Yes, but no, but it is not, and it's not the cause of the parents. Maria. Most of the time, it's not the cause of the parents because you have grew up your child now, you have money. Say Jamaica has some poor people. You not going to want to see your child suffer. You have more than one of them and them. You not ask them.
That's what nobody wants that.
So the pressure really come from the government and what them doing. Them is
Exactly, because
crosses.
I have seen in Waterhouse,
Yes.
children attending St. Patrick's Primary School, coming, they live over in Riverton, on a Penwood Road, on Balmaji, coming.
Yes.
And those children are uniform, wash, iron, clean.
Yes.
Clean. But you know where they're coming from? These neighborhoods with the zinc as rotting the fence. Them fences zinc. But they are clean. And when you go to their home, you cannot walk into them house with your dirty shoes. They have pride in their home. They have pride in their children.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes it's 2 times a week. They can send your child to school 2 times for the week.
That is it.
3 times for the week. Or they send them from Monday to Thursday, but they cannot send them on a Friday.
Yes, yes, yes.
Go into these communities and find out the why before they come with their heavy-handed approach to solving the problem, because that is nuts. They cannot incarcerate themselves over the problem. They're only making it worse for themselves and the community that they claim to be serving. And
this but you see, Maria, this are the tactic of this guy. So I have to point him out, because you have some of them to point out, you know. This guy, this police guy, McGregor, for reach when reach, him kiss us. Him go around and the foolishness, you know, same tinted. Him painted, man, him tinted, man.
But if the system wasn't corrupt, when he wouldn't have that job.
No.
But the system is so corrupt. That is why Jamaica is right now grey listed.
Yes.
When it comes to corruption. Grey listed.
Yeah, okay. Man. And if stop it, you know, I tell him stop it. We're not joke about it. No theory about it.
When they all need to stop it. They all need the Prime Minister, the Minister of Information, the Commissioner, the legal, what they call it now, the constitutional reform. They all need to stop and take stock of what is really happening in Jamaica.
But you know what happened again,
Maria?
What
is really happening?
Maria, even the people them when them put about this constitution reform. Look who are reformed the constitution. When fear name and boil in a stepfather thing and a sister them and everything. You see, me just can't understand these people. They can't be tainted, and then you are jump up and do things. Me not see that way there and a suffering run and also government for run. It's wrong. So me not count none of them, you know. I fire for the one of them, you know. Yeah, man, I like in a thunder, man. We are some man, them, me not listen to them. Me not listen to them.
You realize that there are government of grievances.
Yes.
Because if you speak up, you know it hurt the Prime Minister. They go in Parliament and they go and call out people and so they are working and they're doing this and all people is doing is just calling, and it is nonsense. No, it is not nonsense.
Hold on.
He's talking about he's saying that every government has talked about reforming the constitution, but they are doing it. They are not qualified to reform the constitution.
And no government, and me never hear every government that talk about reform the constitution. Lie my tell too. This is how him lie. Make him go play it. Every government has to reform the constitution. Every government said this and that, but can't see it. What him do, you know? Him fling word, figure look, but when you look, there is nothing there. This are the liar, this guy. Andrew Honest. You look for me. Nigel Clark. You know, say you are the second liar right now, side of Andrew. You know. Well, your name Andrew too. Okay, your name Nigel, Andrew, Lincoln, Clark, right? Wanna go look it up. Same name, full name. Nigel, so 2 Andrew. When we are back to 2 Andrew, you know. 2 of them lied to you, man. Nigel lied to you, know. You can't let him out of the line.
You know something, Wayne?
Yes.
You know, like I sent this article to Herb yesterday, and I was saying to him that amid the noise coming from the government are important things that the government need to pay attention to that will affect the lives of people in Jamaica in a real way. Because if they get blacklisted for not complying with the Financial Action Task Force, you know what that does to Jamaica? Because what that will do is that they cannot do business. They don't want to do business with. They're grey listed, which means they need to come up to compliance, right? And if they get blacklisted, think about the domino effect of that. Hey. They're talking about tourism and they want investors to come. Investors to come.
That's not good for the country. Because listen,
there's a government of kleptomaniacs.
But hear this now,
Everybody
people.
thief.
I go tell them the truth now, Maria. People, listen this now. You see, this when the government come tell you about tourism and investment, can you imagine now? Me and Maria, Herb, Ratty. No, we are Jamaican background. So when I use we could just use some other investors. When I have no family, not all, them are just come invest from Saudi Arabia. From Hilton Hotel, one of them big hotel. And them just come and build a chapter. Them give them land, give them how much discount, give them land free, $1. They might not know $1 for come build with them a bill. But you see when them build that, them now use no Jamaican to just skill worker, them use some labor. So it's beneficial to you. Now, if them big hotel have built on your thing, take by your beach where you can't go, them give a little piece where the crocodile there. If the crocodile bite you like over Elch, I don't know, the little piece where left for a big crocodile over there and them thing. So them black after you can't go up on the beach. Now when them people they book for fly down, even me book I'm gonna use them hotel. I hear the money stay, you know, come to Jamaica. And I like it in a Jamaica bank, so you could have use it and turn it over. When them want it, them get it. Okay, you know, say the bank use the money, right? You know, just sit down there. So now like it not the bank. It not them bank, yeah. So it use and go and turn over.
Yeah, but you know, I'm glad you brought up that point.
Now, make you finish it and make you finish it. Yes. Now finish something and make you finish it. So the money use yaso. The money they yaso. I mean in the Europe and them place there. I'm going to look at taxes and then you give them how much tax break and everything. Tell me how beneficial to the country. When we fly out, when them fly out by the toes and going to them own hotel, if it was Jamaican run hotel, them are come to. If it was Jamaican run hotel, them are going to. No, you know, say the bank don't it's beneficial to Jamaica because them are use the hotel and when you buy the card, them are get the money and them are bank it down there, it's good for the country. But it's out of the country. Only thing you get are the little tax, the little change. But them are telling about investor. Where you get out of it. Every hotel dollar foolishness because we spend more money doing that more than what them get off of the tax in a hotel. And it come directly to who want to spend it back. And who do ICI, the PSOJ, them love the government because this government pick up everything where them do them wrong. Them get free land, them get free everything, them just run with it. Them the business about the people them don't go and send them junk.
That is why foreign investors, you know, like you said, with no attachment to Jamaica, they see potential, but you know why they make sure they put their people in the managerial position? Too many thieves.
Yeah.
Because if they say they're going to build something in Jamaica, and they make sure they get all the tax breaks that they can get.
All right.
But they're not going to put Jamaicans in managerial positions because they want to make sure when they're investing their money, they get back full return on their money.
Yeah.
But also, they don't want the corruption where the money is being siphoned off and their hotel is not being built or the hotel is being built or whatever the investment is.
The
money is being siphoned off. The money is being siphoned. Look at Boston Children's Hospital. Look how much money Shaggy raised.
Them thief that. We'll tell them straight. Them thief it.
And the other day, there was no MRI machine, working MRI machine for Daniel Rowe to get an MRI. Are we kidding? And then you're going to talk about you're going to imprison parents for not sending their children to school?
So we're going to leave more parents. We're going to leave more kids, you know. Maybe about 1,000 of them in the house there. That means the predator, everybody can run down now and do what they want. The sodomize the little youth, the man, and rape off the little girl them. And then pay a thing because that little idiot one here. But him put like a film job that. If you come and tell about get out of jail free. You could have, people could have them kids that go through, where them go through, and you come and threaten them with prison life. Prison?
But
jail, you idiot. And then your job that government for correct that you too enough.
Right, he put the cart in front of the horse enough. Since he knows that there are programs that these parents can access if they find themselves in dire straits and need help to send their child to school, why didn't he say then, here are some programs, here are some places that you can go to get some help, instead of threatening to lock them up. And then after he locks them up, that is the only way they have to go and call what they going to call the prayer from his mother's house. Makes no sense.
Me no know. I'm there when you take up the kids. Look what I do now. The government not have the place to put them in, but you have to take them by the 1,000 now and lock them somewhere. How they get for school and things. Government can spend the money. Them not going to rape off the people them pitney. Yeah? Can you take them from the parents where the government now manage already? Them now have no way to manage them. You know, work with the parents, you look a nasty piece of shit.
And
You have to style him, you know.
Abuse these children.
Him and a police, you know.
Lock up the parents.
Yeah.
Lock up the parents. Traumatize these children, abuse these children, and then create another cycle.
He might create a bigger
poverty.
It's a pandemic. He might create in a Jamaica.
Poverty.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because him that create a bigger problem. Hey, him that create a magnitude is a bigger than earthquake to backside the biggest earthquake you can think of. Because them have no sense. Them won't go run off them out and chat, you know. But them don't look on the basis of the thing. Them don't say, hey, if me move, all right. Look here, sis. Then you know you feel a little pain in your stomach sometimes, you know, like little gas. And if a man think he must say, but I just say, then we can just cut this and just, you know, like me feel like something in there. Let me just cut it and just take out the thing. But you don't know, say, if you go cut it now, you're not a doctor. You don't know, so I kill you.
Exactly.
See? So it's the same thing them I do. Because them have no sense. You understand? Them won't go make problem worse when them just feel say, okay, they're gonna make a big chat and threaten people with jail time and argument. Your officer and you go win a business. Go try and send them at school. And you know they are testing the bank, the people them have them look at 5 and 10 grand, the bank, T-Fit, NCB and all, and lock down them bank account, them don't have a bank account. They tell them digital currency. Then you go back, people are trying to send a little laptop. See one here? Look here. See one here, you know? So one here, so HP here. And if you take up the, your man, see them? We never use it, because this MacBook me I use it. So you have that now, right? And you take it for a second, go give somebody. Them have to go buy it back. I better it stay. Yeah. And then we what the government do now. Say them spend money. I give the people them garbage. Some little tablet. Them they're not tablet. Them they appeal. Them mash up as appeal people and not tablet. I know them kind of little them there are some little. I don't know what can appeal them there. When them are use say, but them at school I give a free tablet.
Yeah.
Them they're not tablet. Them they're garbage. All right, now them say they spend much money. Then them want to give you at wire spot where them are put you in a road now. I put you in a road, you know. Figure out study where people can break by your device and all kind of things. Worst thing them I do. And you tell me say the government have sense. But we put in and we this and that. Why you don't want your child to go on that light post to go study? Come out of your house. Why them never make it
2023?
2023. Why them never make it strong, you know? And them you don't want to use everything where everybody are using either. Either cheaper for you just get the people them a little $4,000 box and pay feet. Either cheaper.
Why invest in internet connections across the island and make it more accessible to
that is it.
Wouldn't that be better?
Say to the parents, say, pay on $1,000 then, and we pay the $3 because them have some $4,000 box. But you just stay inside and study and keep off of the road. No go on a light post or in a wife a car drive. It can run in a group of children and kill them off. Me say the government have no sense. Them just don't have no sense. Them come up with things when they make no sense.
Backwards thinking government, and when they speak up, they're ready to get upset and get all in their feelings.
We're not busy about them now. Because this, you know.
Feelings don't matter when poor people are suffering in Jamaica.
Listen now, sister.
Poor is feeling it.
We have around 3 minutes, but listen, I make my speech, I make a speech. Listen now. When Andrew come and said, you know, it make me, when said make him do a mad, remember, you know, him said the government now perform because the same thing because we not pay them. You vote for what you get. Now him say it. Some say it make people because them do this, him are the only government to do this. Yes, still matter the same as a failed government. The man too much, him fool, hey. The man at the liardest thing part, hey, at the liardest thing, you know. Me no never ban 2 or 4, but at the liardest thing part. The liardest thing. You know what? Nigel trail him.
On something that is easily proven. That is that, you know. It is one can go and find the speech or whatever. This is social media. This is the days of. You know, one can go and find whatever he said. Read it somewhere. He said it somewhere. He said, "But Andre, this is you, right?" You said so.
Boy.
So yeah, what you want to say? This is foolishness. So you're calling yourself a fool.
That is it. Yeah, man.
You know, one have to feel for the Jamaican people and continue to speak up for them.
Yes.
Because the government is doing some underhanded things and things that they should be doing, they are not doing, which will have a greater impact on the country. Because when it affects the economy, when you have the IMF at these meetings, then you're going to hear that Jamaica did not live up to its compliance, it did not meet the deadline from 2022.
So well, 2023. Well, all right. So them going to go borrow money and say them strong on IMF. Because let me tell you, the economy is you them try to treat the people. It's a lie jail again, you know. We can stretch. So we're get a 750 plus. We have a next month money for 1.7 billion, and we just have to keep it. Why you borrow money? But we're going to pay back interest. We're not give for 10 or 20 years, but our great grandparents have got paid back. Why you do that? And if you're strong, why you borrow money? Oh, Singapore, by the way.
If they would borrow the money and invest it in the schools and the hospital and infrastructure, you could say, well, yes, they do.
You can pay it back.
But
yes.
They borrow the money is wasted, and you cannot point to what it is that they did.
Yeah.
You cannot point to what they did to say, okay, yes, you know what? Oh, yes, they bought that bottle of Gatorade, they bought the spermos, they bought that thing. You cannot point to anything.
So you see them help destroy the country?
Hospital is still, Cornwall Regional Hospital is still there under construction, right?
Yes. KPH have nothing. None of the hospital them no good. None. Just show me, tell me one. Them and number one, I would not drive my vehicle and park in KPH. Me attack on the ward. Me not talking at the yard.
And KPH is a level one trauma center, you know.
Well, no, but it is now. We don't have no number for KPH right now. So you know put it you put it a level, maybe King Killian or something, you know, like and a trauma one again, and a trauma 2 or trauma 3. I say me not talk more million no and billion and trillion or some King Killian or something. So it not there no way you so. That's not a hospital, none at all. It's not even a garage you park your vehicle in right now.
You know who has
Rat open the door and roach down at KPH.
But you know who has to go to those same parents that McGregor wants to lock up. They have to take their children there.
Can you imagine?
Those same parents.
One time
when he's running his mouth,
yes,
you know, and people like those are, you know, they should really come on the program, you know.
No, Maria, but we can promise him one thing though. If him try to lock up any one of them parents, we have a lawsuit him and lawsuit the government. Mad. So no, we're not attacking him. We can't promise him that because you're too enough. You shouldn't even have force. We have some file we definitely for lawsuit you because you get promotion because of the arms house for you do. We know say the promotion are coming and we see where you move and a flip flap, you know. No, your assistant, your ass assistant. Commissioner.
So they reward him for bad behavior.
Yes. You understand? Because I like him work for this in the school and you must say nothing about Andrew.
So when he lock up these parents now, he will become commissioner.
And that him feel, but me I say him can't even do that now with us. We are trying, we are putting, we are giving him some spotlight. We are watching from today, you know. We are drawing up on him, we are fling out some thing because this, him shouldn't get it. This are all them slack. And them disrespectful. You have good, hard-working policeman and woman in the force. Should I get promotion? Look who them are promote. A garbage like McGregor. Full big dirty thing. A big dirty one of the garbage truck full of garbage.
When the good police officers speak out, police officers speak out, they pressure them.
Them not take Llewellyn. Them not take Llewellyn.
They have to just shut up or just comply.
Them take Llewellyn.
Fall in line.
Yes, but them take Llewellyn and throw him in a garbage jeep. To him lock up the Tankwell man, him they charge him. Anyway, me are running our sister. So
yes, man, blessings every time. Every time we will speak. Yeah, man.
Later, cool. All right, bless.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I have to run in because we see the time and knock up. So little later. But we can't just warn McGregor. You have to go with your foolishness. I do a million things, but me have to just take out a time out and come fling fire upon him. Yeah, man, we're drop him fire upon the corner, man. Not say nothing, man. Me there, yeah? Later. Bless.